Hi everybody, Craig here. Welcome back to the Battle for Wesnoth campaign, Heir to the Throne. In our last episode, we completed Scenario 21 and 22, with Scenario 22 specifically involving us attempting to make our way back to Wesnoth, and in doing so we encountered some enemy units that we needed to clear out, and that included a mixed force of orc units as well as human units. Now, we were able to successfully vanquish those opposing forces there. We did get Lasar leveled up to level 3, although unfortunately we did lose a couple of units, and probably the most unfortunate loss that we suffered was that Elvish Avenger here. We also did lose a Griffin Master, so that was pretty painful because that Avenger was loyal, if I remember correctly. But all in all, not a bad outing, and we did get it done. And now that we've kind of cleared our way to Wesnoth, it looks like we're going to continue moving towards the capital. I'm assuming moving towards an eventual showdown with Queen Asheviere. So we'll see what the next scenario brings. Test of the Clan. Greetings, men of the plains. What do these intruders want? We did not invite them here, that is certain. We come in peace. We wish for you to aid us in our struggle against Asheviere, the evil queen. We will not join you. You who are led by these youths and this old man. You are for us or against us. If you do not join us to overthrow the evil queen, we will strip you of your power once the throne is rightfully reclaimed. You think you can seize the throne? Defeat us in battle and we will join you, or leave now and never return. Very well, we will fight you. Fools! We will run you down like dogs. There is no turning back for you now. This is a fight to the death. Alright, well there you have it. Scenario 23, Test of the Clan. Our victory condition is to defeat 40 enemy units. Our bonus objective would be to defeat all the enemy leaders. It looks like our defeat conditions are pretty standard here. Death of Konrad, Delphidor, Lasar, Kalins. Or if our turns run out, we have 36 turns to get this done. We're going to have the standard gold carryover in effect. Yikes. Okay, so this looks like a fairly large map. And we've got, let's see, to the south we have Suruga. So that's a knight leading forces there. And then across the river, we have to the south, I guess that would be the southwest, we have Lord Bayar. And then kind of to the central west, we have Sir Darren. And then to the northwest, we have Sir Ulrich. So we've got 4 enemy leaders to deal with. And 36 turns to try to get it done. Now, whether or not we're able to eliminate all the enemy leaders, I don't know, but hopefully we'll be able to get the kill on at least those 40 units before our turns run out. That's the objective. But we are going to try our best to at least see if we can eliminate some of these leaders, if not all of them. Now, as you can see, the map is humongous, so I'm guessing we're going to be probably seeing some mounted units at play. That would be my guess, especially since these are all kind of mounted knight units. I'm guessing they're going to have lots of horsemen. Now, I believe that these knights, let me just double check, but so their lance attack is considered piercing damage, and of course it's going to come with charge, which basically just means that when used offensively, it's going to deal double damage, but the unit that's doing the charge also will take double damage from the counterattack. So just important to keep that in mind because these horseman units can do a lot of damage. So we probably will end up losing at least some of our units. I don't really see, we're going to get some bad RNG, I'm guessing, and we're going to almost certainly lose some units. So why don't we focus initially on the southern Sir Ruga, because he's on our side of the river. As you can see on the map here, the river kind of runs up more or less the middle of the map. Unfortunately not, I don't think it's situated close enough for me to really try and take advantage of any merfolk units. That said, this one here, at least the mermen would be able to get up to it via the water, but I just don't think that's going to be a great idea. So we're probably going to be relying mostly on our land-based units here. Okay, well, first things first, we're going to want to split our troops. So some of them are going to go south, and then some of them are probably going to go... Okay, it looks like there's a little way around this lake up here. So maybe we'll send a contingent that way to try to then get over to Sir Ulrich over here. And then maybe a third contingent kind of down the middle to guard against, I guess, the coming across the water there. I don't know. This is going to be tough, though. But we know that they're going to probably do a lot of piercing damage. I don't know if any of my units really have much resistance to piercing. I'll have to double check. But before I do anything else here, let's just see who can grab some villages for us. So Konrad can move down and grab this one. Delphador is going to probably just head down here, I think. Kalen's can go down as well. Lasar's probably going to go north, I think, so we'll have her grab this village. And then Kalen's can just go straight down. Alright, so now in terms of who we're bringing back, we've got a decent amount of gold, so we don't have to be too stingy. We're definitely going to want our Grand Knight, that's for sure. And then I'm thinking we're probably going to want... Now, the Dwarven units are interesting because, of course, they have the lower defense kind of in anything that isn't, you know, cave or castle or mountains or hills. In the open plain, they have like 30%. Same within the forest. So they're at a disadvantage in the open. However, and I don't think this is unique to the Dwarvish Lord, pierce resistance at 30%, blade resistance at 40%. So that might make up for kind of that lower defense, perhaps. They would just take kind of less overall damage. I don't think our highwaymen have anything special in regards to damage resistance. No, just arcane a little bit. It's too bad we don't have spearmen as well, because those spearmen would be excellent. Now, oh, you know what? We have the Dwarvish Stalwart who do piercing damage. And remember, piercing damage is more effective against mounted units. So maybe we use more Dwarven units, as much as they're going to be at a disadvantage in terms of their... Okay, so a little bit less than the Lord, but still resistant. They are going to be at a disadvantage in terms of their defense levels, but I don't really mind that so much. Not to mention, if I lose a few of them, I don't think it's really that big of a deal. Not to say I want to lose them, but, if I did end up losing a few, I don't think it would be the end of the world. So maybe we will use a couple of our Dwarvish units here. So let's bring a few of them back. Hopefully this doesn't end up backfiring on me, but we'll at least give it a shot here. Meanwhile, up north, I would like to bring back probably some of my mounted units. I'm going to bring a Griffin Rider there. Elvish Outrider is going to help us capture some of these villages. And maybe another Griffin Master. Yeah, let's do that. All right, there we go. And then let's grab this. That's going to do it for our first... Whoops. That's going to do it for our first turn there. So we'll end it. Okay, yeah, so there's a couple of knights. Those are level 2 units that are going to be tough to deal with. We are going to have to be very, very careful about engaging fights with these units during the daytime, especially because their charge attacks are going to do a devastating amount of damage anyway. And then if we engage them during the day when they have the benefit of their lawful upgrade there, that's going to really hurt us. Alright, well, we don't want Kalen's to get too far on his own, so we'll just send... Ooh, you know what? We have to be very careful, because with these charge attacks, again, they could really do some big damage to us. So we're going to have to kind of, I think, create a bit of a wall of units to help mitigate some of that damage potential. Alright, there we go. We're going to need some additional magic, probably to the north or to the west here. So I think probably the Great Mage being recruited is going to help us out a lot. I think Lasar I'm going to just send kind of straight north to go down that little... we talked about it already, but this little kind of choke point up here, I think that's a good spot for her to go, and then she can lead a few units over to try to deal with this group of units over there. So we'll see if that ends up working out or not, but I'm going to send the Griffin Riders north just to help out with village capturing. And the Outriders probably going to go... Yeah, we'll go over here just to start grabbing villages. and we can start building up an army to lead forces to the west as well. All right, so we'll move back. Okay, and this is not a village. I just wanted to check if the windmill was a village. It is not. So why don't we recall... We're going to need our Great Mage, that's for sure. So let's bring him back. Perfect. And then our Loyal Champion's going to definitely be of assistance here. I'm going to want at least one Highwayman, probably that going that way. Maybe another Highwayman as well, going north. Sharpshooter would be good to have, and then we definitely need a healer, so let's get our... maybe our more mobile Mage of Light here. And then we can bring the other one back next turn. Now you can see we're at a deficit in our net income, so we're definitely going to have to try to capture more villages to improve our gold income situation. All right, so they are just capturing villages using their horsemen. Gain plenty of the other units here. We got archers, bowmen. Here they are, the long bowmen. They're going to be pretty nasty to deal with. They can do a lot of range damage. This is going to be a very tough battle. I mean, we've got some very, very powerful units. Delphador, this is sheer madness. We cannot afford to play games when we should be marching against the Queen. Lord Bayar, halt this folly. I challenge you to a personal combat. Oh, you have amused me, young heir. Ho ho, challenge indeed. Young heir? Then you assent to my claim? Impudence. Bah! Do you see orcs on our plains? Did we not grant you a test of your strength? I fail to see the purpose of this exercise. It only weakens us. No, whelp. You may be weakened, but the horse clans are eternal. I will promise you this, however. If you can defeat me in battle, I myself will join your siege of Weldon. Aye. 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 Well, that's interesting. So it sounds like if we're able to kill the enemy leaders, they will join us when we eventually go to the final battle for Weldon, which obviously would be great to have that help. Let's go like that. We'll capture these villages. Lassar can move up as well. So I'm assuming if we only kill some of them, we'll still get the benefit, which would be great. So yeah, we want to try and whittle this group down as best we can. Now, Delphador might take the charge attack, which would be not ideal. So I think we'll move our Dwarven units up as much as possible here. We may even want to kind of move Delphador off a little bit, or try to block him a bit with our cavalry here ourselves. So if we go here, what's that look like? Yeah, that's pretty good. It does create a bit of a... I mean, he can still get to Delphador. I think no matter what, we're going to have Delphador getting hit, probably. But you know what? I'd rather actually have Kalen's in melee combat than Delphador, just because he's got better melee potential. So why don't we kind of go like this? Ooh, we could still loop around and get in behind. Man, these horsemen are tricky. There we go. Okay, so now we're blocking Delphador completely. He's going to hit one of these 3 units, most likely. And the archer is still out of range. So that's totally fine. Now, on this side of things, we're going to send our mage over here. Champion. Highwayman. And then we're going to send a few more units north as well, like our sharpshooter. The Mage of Light's going to accompany everybody else this direction, I think. The Outrider, I'm going to actually grab one of these villages because we can get somebody else to grab this one probably next turn. All right, so we still have a negative net income at the moment, which is not ideal. Meanwhile, up here, yeah, I think everybody's moved. So now the question is, who else do we want to recruit or recall? So we have another Elvish champion and an Elvish marshal, as well as my lieutenant here that we want to bring in. So let's do that. We'll bring the lieutenant. We'll bring the marshal. And we just have to be cognizant that we are starting to run pretty low on funds at the moment. Might be worth recruiting maybe another Griffin Rider here, or perhaps recalling one. That's actually probably cheaper. We have any Griffin Riders that aren't already out? No, we don't. Well, shoot. That's unfortunate. All right, well, we'll recruit one. Just to have another. And then we probably should have another healer out, to be perfectly honest. So why don't we bring our druid? And then I think that's going to do it for now, and we can always recruit more units later if necessary. But yeah, so it seems like if the more of these guys we kill, the more help we're going to have when we siege Weldon. So we actually are incentivized to try to kill as many of the enemy leaders as possible. Okay, nice. We dodged one. Oh, man. You can see just how much damage we took there. That was brutal. If we'd have taken both hits, I think we would have lost Kalen's completely. But yeah, so we're going to have to be very, very careful around these horsemen. With their charge ability. That is pretty gross. I don't really see any ways to kind of guard against it. Like, I think we're probably going to lose some units almost regardless of what we do. We're just going to have to guard our 4 leaders very, very carefully to make sure that they don't go down, by accident. All right, so... Oh, here we go. We can get our Dwarven unit involved. We could throw a Javelin. That's not the worst thing ever. If we go down here, let's chuck a hatchet. Okay, we missed. That's fine. Kalen's we want to definitely get to some healing because he is in pretty rough shape at the moment. Now, we could use our magic and pretty much guarantee the kill. But I would like to get this stalwart some experience. Now, he would have to hit all 3 to get the finish, which is unlikely. So we would want to whittle him down somehow. Yeah, Kalen's is going to need healing. So maybe what we'll do instead is we will just move down like this. And we'll do the best we can here. I mean, we probably will take damage. Actually, okay, let me rethink that. You know what? Better safe than sorry. Let's go for the lightning kill here. Even though that's depriving this guy of some potential experience, I think that's the safer route. Meanwhile, Kalen's can go back and get some healing. Our Grand Knight, on the other hand, can cruise down and go for these bowmen. So why don't we do that? We can go for the lance. We'd have to hit both to get the kill. So maybe we just do the longsword hits. There we go. Nice. Nice. Okay, pretty good damage there. He's going to get hit by some arrows next turn, which is not going to be fun. But hopefully he'll be okay. Shoot, and no one is quite able to make it all the way there. That's kind of unfortunate. All right, so we'll send everybody else just over this direction. Healer as well. Got to get over there. Our Outrider, we might as well just start capping all these villages for the gold income. We can send our Griffin Rider over to help as well. Now, what do we have going north? We have a Sharpshooter, Highwayman. We have Lasar herself. And then we have some Griffin Masters. So I think we're probably going to need some additional backup up there, potentially. So maybe we send... Let's see, do we have... We have magic from Lasar with her Scepter of Fire. We've got good range from the Sharpshooter. So maybe a Jack of all trades. We could send the Marshal up that way as well. Although, is there... there isn't really any woods up there to fight in, whereas over here at least there's bits of, forest and hills. That might be better for him. I don't know. It's kind of a tough call. We also don't have any healing going north, so maybe we should send the druid that way. Yeah, let's do that. Meanwhile, everybody else... Yeah, you know what? With the druid going there, I feel a little better. So we'll send everybody else kind of up the gut. Again, whether this ends up being a good idea or not, we will find out. This is certainly a kind of a different type of battle. We really haven't had as many big open plains battles like this, at least not for quite a while. You know, we've been stuck in the caves, the water-based maps, which have been great, don't get me wrong. It's just, yeah, and here we go, taking the arrows. Yeah, I should have seen that one coming. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, man, and there goes our knight. Yep. Well, that was stupid of me. You know, I didn't expect the enemy leader to come out and kill off my knight like that. Well, shame on me, I guess. Boy, you know, the last couple scenarios, we've lost some of our best units, which has been really, really unpleasant. Again, you know, some of it's just silly decision-making on my part, but, you know, I think the other lesson here is that there is some inevitability to losing your units, right? You can't get overly attached to them, as sad as that is to say, but you do have to kind of realize that you aren't going to keep all your units alive. Here we go. Well, at least he's now made himself exposed. Should be able to get the kill. Even as I pledge my lance to your service, my clan fights on. Well, okay, we've got Sir Ruga at least on our side now, so that's great. Our Dwarvish Lord can go down. Let's do some battle axe swings here. Nice. Very nice. Not quite the kill. And then we can advance down like this. So that's excellent. I mean, it was a heavy paid price, but hopefully worth it in the end. All right. Meanwhile, up here, we're still just capturing villages. Everybody else is going to, again, just proceed kind of into the middle here, I think. So we'll just kind of go this way. What I probably should have done is used a Griffin Rider to draw out the enemy commander, rather than my, you know, one of my most powerful units that I ended up losing. I really didn't think the enemy would charge out like that at me, but, you know, again, they always do surprise you. All right, we'll keep moving this direction. All right, grab that village. Lasar's going to keep moving. I think ideally what I would like to do is get this Griffin Rider down to these villages to start capturing those. That would be, I think, ideal to really fix our gold income problem. Meanwhile, this guy, we want to be careful because now these horsemen are on their way. So why don't we park him in... You know what? We could park him in the water here. Actually, let's undo that real quick. Let's park him where they can actually get to me, right here. Because then he's going to have horrendous defense in the water if he comes to fight me. Alright. So we'll try and goad him into an attack there. Kalen's needs healing, so we might just leave him on the village for now. It's kind of unfortunate having him out of commission, but... Alright, that's going to do it. Okay. So we've got units moving to that northern kind of bottleneck. Dwarves taking a little bit of damage. Now, we've got another mounted unit there that we have to be very, very careful of. The other thing about the dwarves that's kind of unfortunate is they do have a bit of reduced movement, typically. They don't have quite the mobility. On the surface, that is. Okay. There's some good healing for Kalen's. Alright, so the good news here is... We can't quite get into range of the rest of these units. All right, so we're going to try for the kill with our spear here. Nice. Excellent. Okay, there we go. Now, with Delphador and our Dwarfish Lord, we should be able to tag team and kill off this knight. At least I hope. That's what we're going to try to do. Let's go for it. Ooh, that would have been better had we landed all those hits, because now we're in a really bad situation. We have to land 2 out of 3 to get the kill here. Oh, man. Let's hope we do. Oh, this makes me nervous. One. Come on, one more. Yes! Okay, that's substantially better. Now I'm not as worried. I was just worried about those charge attacks potentially doing a ton of damage to us. This guy's still out of range, so we're fine. Kalen's is still over there, healing. All right, so we want to get our Griffin Rider over to get those villages ASAP. In the meantime here, I think what we're going to do is probably send these guys up to this water crossing up here. Just keep moving, really. Yep, or we can go kind of around the forest with this guy. Our Outrider can grab this other village. We are almost in the positive net income category, finally. All right, so we're going to go up this way. So, now, this is pretty scary, so we're going to have to be very, very cautious about how we handle this. I'm going to park my other Griffin Master here. I'm going to put Lasar there. I can't quite reach her yet, so that's good. And we'll see what happens. Alright, I think that's good for this turn. The only problem with Kalen's over here is that he's going to get kind of left behind. But I think it's safe for now just to leave him where he is. Safer, that is. Although, you know what? Maybe we head down here and we try and deal with this bowman, actually. Yeah, let's do that. We can kill him and then try and capture that other village. Oh, shoot. They didn't take the bait. I really wanted them to go into that shallow water where they are substantially more vulnerable. They have lower defense there. Ooh, our dwarf taking a bit of a beating. Now he's getting a little bit of payback. Okay, that horseman is threatening our Griffin Rider there a little bit. So we'll have to be cognizant of that. Looks like some water crossings are happening. We've got units making their way across the bridge. Alright, let's see if we can maybe get our Dwarvish Stalwart another kill. That would be ideal. So here, let's do some battle axe swings. Maybe we'll just get the kill with our... That's fine, too. Delphador can blast this guy with some lightning as well. There we go. Delphador is getting very, very close to leveling up, which is great, because if he does, that will improve our... that will give him his health back, and also give him a few more hit points, which isn't so bad. Meanwhile, Kalen's can step down and do some fairy fire here. Might be better to try for the sword attacks, actually. Just because otherwise we could take some serious bow damage, so let's try that. Nice. Perfect, there it is. Okay. That takes care of that guy, and then we can grab that village. Now, this horseman, again, we have to be very careful. Thinking we go here with the Elvish Champion. Our Griffin Rider, we can grab a village. Everybody else, I think, will probably just sort of kind of march along this direction, really. Got all of our mages ready to go. Okay, there we go. That's pretty good. Our Elvish Marshal can keep moving. Outrider. Now, okay, here's where things get a little bit scary. I'm thinking what we do is we actually park our Outrider here in an attempt to try to mitigate some of their ability to cross the river. If we can do that, we might have a bit of an advantage. Okay, so this is a little bit scary, like I said, that they can now all hit Lasar. So I would rather have a unit that isn't Lassar here because this could get nasty really quickly. 30% defense right there versus 40% there. You know what? Let's capitalize on this if we can. I mean, we're probably going to lose at least one of these Griffin Masters, if not both. But you know what? I'm all right with that. I would rather take advantage of the low defense. Excellent. Now, I am a little bit scared of Lassar getting, one-tapped by these guys. Or, quadruple tapped, because all three of them could get up there and hit her. So I would rather, I think, retreat her back a couple of paces. See. Okay, good. She's out of range now. And that's just going to give everybody else a chance to catch up a little bit. And they may end up taking that village from me, and you know what? If they do, that's fine. But okay, that's pretty good, I think. Just double check. Yeah, okay, that's good there. Ouch, okay, like I said, there goes one of my Griffin Masters. I'm more okay with sacrificing those Griffin Masters, though. I hate to say it. But they are units that I'm less worried about keeping. Okay, that horseman needs to die. Ooh, yikes. Oh, man, that hits hard. Well, we kept him in the water, but at a substantial cost there. We almost lost our Outrider. You can see, though, just how devastating those charge attacks can be. And they hit like a truck. Alright, so, as I said, this horseman needs to die. That's for certain. Boy, okay, and they're coming down here. So, you know what? We may need to divert our forces a little bit. Boy, it would be great to kill off this knight if at all possible. But really, the only one who can get there currently is our Mage of Light. He's still got 34 health, which is pretty good. We don't want to lose our Outrider. And I don't want to risk the Mage of Light getting killed either. Okay, we'll have to think about that one. But in the meantime, maybe we go down with our champion and let this horseman have it. And then down here, on the other hand, Delphador needs to get back into the fight, I think ASAP, so we'll go back up this way. Our Dwarvish units can kind of maybe just take stock of these buildings a little bit just to get some healing going. Okay. Meanwhile, up here, so we did lose one of our Griffins. Again, not entirely unexpected. So why don't we maybe jump up, go for this horseman that's in a really, really bad position. Or the knight who's not in a great position. I think it's probably better to go here, go for this horseman. Let's try and whittle him down a little bit. Yeah, there we go. That's not bad. Then perhaps we move our sharpshooter onto the village. Oh, I'm so nervous, though. That sharpshooter could get just obliterated by this knight and the horseman there. Again, Lassar as well. Let's just take a look at her resistances. Yeah, she doesn't have any resistance to pierce, so I don't think the sharpshooter does either. No. Not really a surprise. If I feel like if I put my sharpshooter there, the sharpshooter is pretty much doomed. Between these two units attacking, I think we'll lose either one. We're going to almost certainly lose the Griffin Master, which is not great. Alright, you know what? We'll go here. I might regret this decision, but we're going to do that. Lassar's going to sit there. Alright, so this horseman... I think between the two of us, we should be able to take him out. So let's fairy fire him here. Ooh, some brutal luck there with some of those rolls. Oh, you know what? We're not going to be able to get the kill easily. We'd have to hit all three to get the kill. We'd have to hit 4 out of 5 to get the kill here, so let's just hope we get lucky. Nope. Shoot. Oh, that horseman's going to potentially cause us some problems now. Boy, I probably should have thought this one through a little better than I did. I hate to say it. All right, so it does 15 on 3. I'd really like to get rid of this knight. That would be very, very good. The bowman I'm not so concerned about. We could step over here and just hit him with the bow a few times and then move up to finish. You know what? I don't hate that idea. The only thing I'm worried about then is this bowman causing some problems. It would be nice if I could kill the bowman as well. Well, here, if I hit all 3, I'm not getting the kill. So, it pains me, but I'm going to do this. I'm going to regret this. I almost know it. I'm certain of it. Okay, that's great. And then we can step up and get the light beam finish. There we go. Now, the problem is this guy's going to step down, blast me with the bow. The only thing that might stop him would be if he decides to attack the white mage, which would be fine. Alright, so how about we... Ooh, they can get down and hit this village, so let's retreat back a little bit. Meanwhile, everybody else is going to charge down this way. Including our great mage. Our marshal... Our marshal's going to move down as well to assist, I think. Down this way. All right, and our druid's going to move up. We're going to need some healing, that's for sure. All right, thankfully our gold situation is a little bit better, so we may consider recruiting some additional mobile mounted units like the griffins or the horses here. But we'll have to decide. Oh, yeah. Of course, there goes my poor griffin master. You know, in retrospect, maybe what I should have done in this... Oh, man. Kalen's just about got killed there. Yikes. In retrospect, what I maybe should have done is led with more expendable units. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. We almost lost our Outrider there, too. That's kind of what my fear was. The good news was that because he had to attack me in the water, his defense was super low, just like mine was, and the odds are I was going to get the kill on him before he could finish me off. Oh, these bowmen are going to be a real pain in the butt. They can dish out a lot of punishment. And I think I also made a mistake of kind of fragmenting my units too much. That's really going to cause me some problems. Like, I split up my forces. What I should have done is just kept them as a big chunk. Kind of like what I'm doing up here a little bit more, although, of course, I've sacrificed my... my Griffin Riders there. I don't think we're going to have enough to hold it up here, unfortunately. Alright, so down here... Our Outrider needs to pretty much just get to a village, I think, to retreat back. Meanwhile, down here... Oh, boy, this is going to get really gross really fast. Let's put our champion here. Put our great mage into the woods. Our lieutenant could go here, but he's going to probably get killed if he does. My only concern with putting the highwayman there is, A, he's chaotic and at a disadvantage right now during the day, and B, there's all these ranged units that are going to just make a mess of him. Maybe we'll send our Griffin Rider down just to try and go get some villages down there. And then we could go... I mean, again, he's... this is so frustrating. If we go here, we're pretty much going to almost guarantee to lose our highwaymen. Okay, this champion needs to move down to help. Kalen's has to grab this village to get some healing going. Delphador can make his way over here. As can our Dwarven unit, I think. Our Dwarvish Lord's going to keep moving as well. Up here now, it would be great if we could take advantage of this opportunity where they're in the water, but I don't think we can. Yeah, no one's able to move there. So let's recruit, perhaps, or recall some assistance here. Let's see what else we can recall. Got one more Mage of Light. That's not really going to be of much help. Got an Elvish Scout, but I think we can recruit those for cheaper. Yeah, for 18, so let's do that. We'll recruit one of them. You know, a Horseman wouldn't be the worst thing ever. Try and capitalize a little bit on that charge. Again, another Griffin Rider just for its mobility wouldn't be bad. But let's do a Scout. Alright, now back to this decision down here. I guess the other option is we go hide in the woods, but... I mean, we have better defense on the villages, so... Oh, man, yeah. The Highwayman's going to just get surrounded and obliterated, I think. Alright, here's what we're going to do instead. We're going to go... Let's see, how's he doing in the woods? His defense still isn't great in the woods, unfortunately. Whereas these guys, I think, are at... Oh, they're only at 50% as well. Okay, well, I don't hate that quite so much then. Alright, well, let's park in the woods here. And then we can go in the hills. Actually, we'll keep our lieutenant kind of in the back. Don't want him getting killed. I really need to level him up. Alright, and then our highwayman can go like this. The SAR can go there. This is just going to be a disaster. I can already feel it. Druid's got to move up. Alright. I'm holding my breath. I've made some questionable decisions so far, I think. Well, thankfully that sharpshooter is holding her own. Did some good damage to that knight and did some damage to that horseman despite taking some punishment. So we might be able to counterattack now. Okay. Good dodges. Excellent. Oh, nice. Very nice. Oh, fantastic. Oh, that's going extremely well. Maybe I was being a little too pessimistic. Okay, this is where it's going to get gross. Oof. Champion doing an okay job so far. Nice, dodging some major hits. We got to counterattack hard. Alright. So, thankfully our Great Mage is going to be able to put some hurt on at least one of these units. Now, ideally, my Lieutenant would get a kill, perhaps, on this Horseman. So what we might do here is move our Highwayman down here. Let him just give this Bowman some business here. So let's do that. Nice. Good damage. And then the Lieutenant can step over and hopefully finish off the Horseman with some crossbow shots. Perfect. Very good. We're much closer to leveling up now. That's excellent. And then our Mage can perhaps step down and let this guy have some fireballs here. Very good. Oh, come on. Yes, one more. Yes, there we go. Very, very good. And then this champion can go toe-to-toe with this Bowman in melee combat. Hopefully give him some major damage. Very nice. Okay, 4 out of 5. That's pretty good. So this, okay, this is going better than I had initially thought it was going to go. So I'm feeling a little bit better about it. Delthor is going to keep moving in. This guy down here, you know what? Let's go grab this village because we can. Okay, we've got this horseman. Let's jump back up here. Okay, so maybe we figure this out before we do anything else. Alright, so the biggest worries are the mounted units here. Again, we've got another knight in the background who's going to be a real problem for us. This sharpshooter is in kind of rough shape. Probably best to keep the sharpshooter on the village, I'm thinking. Highwayman can almost certainly get the kill on the knight. Would risk taking some big damage, however. So maybe what we do instead is we go for the archery kill, and then the melee kill we do on the horsemen here. So we go like this, perhaps. Okay. And then we step our highwayman over like this. Now, the highwayman's going to be in really bad shape, but it's coming up on nighttime. So that bodes a little bit better for us. Now, we're going to have to hit 3 out of 4. Come on. Come on, one more. Yes, there we go. Okay, fantastic. Okay, now Lassar. The big question is, do we want to risk Lassar? Because we could step her up. We have our Scepter of Fire. I just don't think it's worth putting her at major risk. So I think we go like this. There we go. Although, you know what? Might even be better to do this and then put... here. Yeah, there. Now we've got healing. Of course, the danger is... Well, okay, only one unit's going to be able to hit Lassar, so we should be fine. We've got the healing from our druid. I think we're in good shape. So that's about as good as we're going to get it up there. Mage of Light here is kind of serving as a bit of a deterrent, but really I don't care all that much. I'd rather have the Mage of Light down here to assist with some healing, I think. What I could do instead is have the Marshal serve as a bit of a deterrent up here, so I'm going to do that instead. Meanwhile, the Outrider's going to just stay up there to perhaps get some more healing. Although, you know what? Maybe it'd be better to get the Outrider down here to help. Yeah, I'd rather actually have the Outrider down here to get some help. And get some healing there, and can then be available for assistance if needed. The Lord... Dwarvish Lord, again, slow, but we're going to move him over that way. Alright, now, what do we do with this scout? And we've got some unclaimed villages down here, so maybe we send the scout just straight south. Just go try and deal with those villages. Kalins can grab this and start healing a little bit. I think that's going to do it for us, so we'll end it there. Oh. Yeah, this is the... Oh, okay, we dodged it. Oh, okay, we dodged both. Thank goodness. That was the really scary part right there. We can breathe a bit of a sigh of relief now, at least for that top portion. At least for the time being. We don't have enough muscle. What we probably should have done is focused all of our units in one area rather than splitting up the way I did. Now, the good news is we can still kind of do that. At least a little bit. Because really, most of our units are in that kind of middle bunch there that we just saw the action kind of happening at. So... Ouch. Ooh, our highwayman really getting beat up. He is tanking damage, though, which is great. Boy, these longbowmen are nasty. Okay, good healing there. Okay. Let's check up top first. So, this knight could probably just get eliminated, I think, with Lassar's attacks, most likely. We do have to get rid of this bowman as well. The bowman we could hit with our highwayman, probably. We would have to hit 3 out of 4, which is kind of unfortunate. What about here? 12 times 5, so we'd have to hit 3 out of 5. That's totally doable. Let's make that happen. Excellent. Okay, we still have to kill 25, so we probably are not going to get all the enemy leaders eliminated, unfortunately, but it's not the end of the world. Alright, our highwaymen here, 15 by 4 versus Lassar. With the scepter, could really do some... We did just have to hit twice. Alright, let's do that. Oh, I would have liked for her not to have taken that damage, but that's alright. And then, you know what? I think we might just stay here. We've got a pretty good defensive position. We can ride it out for a little bit longer. Okay, now down here, this is where things got a little messy. So, Highwayman is in rough shape and probably needs to retreat a little bit. So what would be great here is if we could get some fireball damage on this longbowman, and then follow that up with some hits from the champion right here. This champion can get some open hits on this longbowman, which would be great. Delphidor can kind of run up as well. But let's go right here and see if we can just get some good sword hits. Now, this champion's going to be in a bad spot because he's going to take damage. And now he's in the open, which isn't great. The other option is this champion goes down here and tries to kill off this longbowman, which would be very, very helpful. You know what? I wouldn't mind doing that. Yeah, if we could get this guy eliminated, that would be excellent. So let's try it with our sword here. We just have to hit once. Excellent. There it is. Okay, now Delphidor can move up. He'll go right here. I'm not as worried about Delphidor just because his ranged attacks are very, very powerful. You know what? Our White Mage can even get involved here and go right there. Blast some Light Beam for some decent damage as well. Now, our Lieutenant, it would be great if we could get a kill to perhaps level him up. Now, how feasible that is, I'm not 100% sure. Maybe what we'll do... So this Great Mage, we probably want to blast this guy. What are our odds here of the kill? 24% chance of getting the finish, which isn't amazing. But we could then move our Lieutenant down and try to get the finish. So let's see if we can do that. Okay, there's 1. 2. We'd have to hit all 4 for the kill, I think. Okay, let's see if we get the last one. Okay, we didn't. 6 health. Nice. Let's see if we can get a sword kill. Perfect, and that should be enough. Excellent. Okay, now we've got a general. That is very, very good. And of course, he has Loyal and Fearless. And remember, Fearless means that he fights normally during unfavorable times of day. So even though he's lawful, he doesn't suffer a penalty at night, which is very good for him. Now, one thing I could do as well is bring my... Yeah, and I'm going to bring my Mage of Light down here to assist, I think. You know what? My Outrider can come on down. Yeah, this is great. I might even pull the Highwayman back a little bit just to make things a little bit easier for him. Because I don't want him to die. That would be very unfortunate. So let's see. Maybe what we do with the White Mage is we go here. We blast this Bowman. Now we potentially are going to take some damage. That's the only sad part there. And then what kind of damage can we do with this guy? Pretty good with our sword. Could park here. That's the only problem is our Outrider is going to then be exposed to all of these units who can hit him. Let's see. Can we save this Highwayman? I mean, we should be able to. That's... We go like this. Okay, well, we could go down right here. Kill this guy without too much difficulty with our sword. And then if we move our White Mage right there... Hang on, I'm going to undo that. Maybe it's better to keep him in the fight even though he's so hurt. And use him to get the kill right here. I'm just worried, though, because then he's going to be susceptible to all of these attacks. On the other hand, maybe we go back here and we just let him go with melee. Yeah, you know what? Let's do this. There. Okay. Come on, land one more. Yes. Oh, it would have been nice to get the finish, but that is still pretty good. Now, unfortunately, the White Mage can't make it right to there. But our Outrider could go here and then kill off one of these two guys. The only danger then is, of course, all these units can move right up on us. Well, actually, they kind of can't. So you know what? That's not bad. Let's go right here. And then we'll finish the one that's a little bit weaker, maybe, and more of a guaranteed kill. Yeah. Excellent. Okay. White Mage is then going to go here to provide healing to everybody. We could put the White Mage there and kill this guy off, but the danger then is we would be susceptible to ranged attacks from almost all of them. So I'm going to put my White Mage there for the healing benefit. Meanwhile, up here, again, I think we're going to just hold that defensive perimeter. Kalen's needs the healths, and then everybody else over here is just going to keep moving to try to get to the front lines. Let's see, we had... Yeah, Kalen's is still there. This guy's just moving down to capture villages. Alright, that's going to do it. So we'll end it there. Yeah, our Highwayman taking some unanswered ranged attacks, which is never good. Yeah, we would have needed to mount a much more aggressive force of units at the top there to be able to actually make a difference. Our marshal's kind of getting ganged up on a little bit. Isn't ideal. And the champion getting beat up a little bit. It's not amazing. Nice. Delphidor got the kill and the level up to get his health back, which is excellent. Yeah, that champion is going to need to pull back a little bit. Nice. Our Griffin Rider doing a little bit of work. There's some good healing. We definitely needed that. Okay, perfect. All right, we'll start at the top here. So we've still got this bowman here who needs to die. Probably best if we just hit him with the highwayman, really, for the big damage. Nice. There's a nice kill. Okay. You know, and I'm very hesitant to move out into the open, away from the healing. But maybe what we do is we kind of stick to the top up here like this, where we can go like this, and then have the druid kind of in behind. Oof, yeah, but of course, you know, we can get hit by multiple mounted units now. Let's undo all of that. So, okay, what's their range? So right now they can get up there. This guy can't. So maybe we'll just move up slightly. Kind of like this. And then we can go here. Now, are we still in range? No, we're not. Okay, that's fine. And then there. I'm a little bit wary of the druid getting hit, though. What if we go there? Oh, that doesn't fix the problem. I mean, she can survive it, so we'll go like that. The druid's almost certainly going to get attacked, but we'll just hope that that doesn't result in the druid getting killed. Oh, here we go. Okay, the Great Mage could step down and blast this guy for big damage. Delphidor can do the same thing. So maybe we make that happen. Let's get Delphidor in there and just give this guy the business. Very nice. Okay. You know what? Then our general can step down and get the finish, hopefully, for some good experience here. Just got to hit once. Excellent. There's some good experience gain. This champion can step over here and do some pretty hefty damage out here to this guy. If he lands hits, that is. Pretty good. There we go. We've got one left up here that needs to die. So we can make that happen. I'm just seeing nobody's really close to leveling up, so maybe we'll just get the kill with the Outrider. Alternatively, Highwayman maybe. Yeah, we'll do it with the Highwayman. Although he's only got a 50% chance to land the hit. Let's see. You know what? It's 50% there as well. The Great Mage can step down and give this guy a fireball to kill him. Boy, it'd be nice if he could hit it, though. There we go. Okay, that's excellent. And then, yeah, we'll just do the Highwayman. Nice. Okay, and then the Outrider can go here. Get the sword kill. Very good. Champion can step back, and then we'll move up here, probably for the healing, I think. Highwayman's not going to get healing, but that's okay. Alright, so that takes care of that at least, which is great. Now, this is not a village, so you always have to check the windmills, because sometimes they are villages. Alright, so then, yeah, let's get down here and fight with this knight as best we can. Again, we are a unit with a pike or a spear, so we do Pretty good damage to him, actually, which is very good. All right. Pretty happy with how this is going so far. I mean, I would have liked to have not lost the units that I lost, but now here's the question. Do we want to go after this guy a little bit, or maybe just kind of sit here and I think we get on the move here and fly around a little bit. Now that means he'll probably just capture the village, but that's not so bad. All right, we'll end it there. Okay, so yeah, they're all advancing. Really, I think what's going to happen here is we're just going to get to the kill limit, and that's going to be the end of it. Oh, and I forgot about this marshal over here. I should have had him attack. Dang it. That was a mistake on my part. I completely forgot to move him. Very nice. Okay, we can try and get the kill there next turn, which would be fantastic. Might be enough experience then to level him up. Okay. Good healing happening. Yeah, it's a real shame I forgot to move this marshal because now they stole one of those villages from me, which isn't great. Alright, let's get the finish here. Boy, if I could hit it. There we go. Yeah, I need 14 more kills. So yeah, that's going to happen before we get to any of the leaders, I think. Almost certainly. So let's just try and make some money back here if we can. And not lose anybody else. Definitely want to avoid that. Alright, so thankfully at least we got this guy up to level 3, which is great. Yeah, I don't think it's worth even trying to push, really, at this stage. So I think we just kind of play defense now, which is kind of sad. I mean, I had my grand ambition initially, but I think it's better to probably just play defense now. So why don't we position ourselves in the woods here to fight back? I mean, that said, we could probably, get out here and go after this guy if we really got smart about it. Oh, he has a Lancer down here. But, I mean, there's so many units here, we're going to have to... Alright, well, yeah, here's what we can do. Let's get up to the coast where we can at least stop them from crossing the river. I think that would actually be pretty helpful. We can just make it up here to kind of prevent their landing. We'll get our white mage in there to heal as well. I'm a little wary of putting the out... oh, but you know what? He's fine. We can put him right here to help prevent the landing. Like that. That should be enough. Yep. And then the white mage can go right there. Great mage can get in there for healing. Highwayman can get in there for some healing. We'll keep our champions where they are, probably. Just for the healing. Yeah, that's actually pretty solid. Alright, and let's see if we can get this kill. If we do, we get a level up. Come on, one more. Oh, are you freaking serious? That's so brutal. Well, now we kind of have to get the kill with our Dwarvish Lord to prevent this guy from maybe getting killed. So, that's a real shame. Alright. Well, Battle Axe. I really wanted this guy to evolve. That's unfortunate. Yeah, and we're going to just, I think, play kind of defensively up here. I mean, I suppose what we could do is kind of start moving across. You know what? All right. We'll try it. We'll try moving across here as best we can. So we'll take our Highwayman, take our Sharpshooter, we'll take Lassar. We'll park like this. We'll just kind of wiggle our way across the top of the map to try to get over to the enemy leader. Whether we're successful in doing that, I don't know. Yeah, and Kalen's unfortunately has kind of been out of the game just because he got hurt so bad. Alright, that's going to do it, so we'll end it there. Thankfully, we are recouping some of our gold at least, but we've sadly lost a lot more than we've gained, I think, in terms of evolving units and whatnot. And we've lost a couple of our Griffin Masters. We lost our Grand Knight, which was a real shame. Really, all we've gained is I think we evolved our our general there. Well, this one certainly humbled me a little bit. Not to say I was getting, cocky or too confident, but... Oh, no. Not him. Oh, man, we can't afford to lose that general. I was just talking about how we were so lucky to be able to level him up. We can't afford to lose him now. That would defeat the whole benefit of anything we got out of this one. Alright, let's get back down there and see if we can prevent this. Okay, nobody can get to him this turn, which is really good. So I think what we could probably do is... You know what? Let's move over here and just do some sword attacks. Try to whittle him down. Perfect. Okay. And then we're definitely going to want some healing on him. So we'll put our Great Mage right there. We'll move him back just to get the healing benefits. Meanwhile, this guy can at least jump over to this village. All right, we're gonna let them come to us on the water here, I think. Now this guy, meanwhile, is just gonna keep fighting up here. Get some sword attacks. Wait, it'd be nice if we could do that without taking all that damage. Oh no, and I didn't. Oh, I didn't think the knight could get down to him. Oh well, this guy's toast. The knight's gonna just come down and give him a lance to kill him. Oh, that's so brutal. We're gonna lose another tier 3 unit. Boy, lots of mistakes here from me, that's for sure. Alright, well, let's see. Maybe we can whittle down this bowman a little bit. Some half-decent damage. Boy, we really didn't do much, though. Sharpshooter could maybe jump down. I just need to make sure I protect everybody. That's the most important thing. The druid, you know what? We could get the druid in and put the hurt on the horseman. What kind of damage could we do? If we land 2 of them, we'll get the kill. That would be great to get the druid some experience. You know what? Let's go here. And we just have to watch out for this other horseman, which we should be fine if we go there. So let's go right here. Hit him with the thorns. Hopefully get the kill. Wow, and get brutally unlucky again. Alright, well, we'll get the kill with the marksman. Okay. And then Lassar is going to have to go over here and finish this guy off with a Scepter of Fire. Yeah, that did not go the way I was hoping it would. Alright, now these two, they're kind of on their own, so... let's see, we can grab this village down here, and then we can head up and grab this village over here. So we'll do that. Alright. Yikes, this is kind of yucky over here, but we'll just keep defending where we are, I think. Now, let's get Kalen's moving. I mean, he's healthy enough, I think, that he can do something. These guys, meanwhile, just looking to see, I don't think there's any enemies down on this side, so let's start moving them at least over this direction. Alright, we're going to end it there. I'm almost certainly going to lose this Elven Marshal, which is such a shame. Oh, I'm just devastated about that. Oh, he dodged them. Wow, okay. Look at me underestimating him. What a survivor. Holy cow. I can't believe he's still alive. That's amazing. Okay, nice. We've got some conflict happening on the water. That's certainly an advantage for us because, again, we've got the better position. And, of course, you can see that they're rotating because we have the better position. Oh, man, that Lancer's coming in. That's pretty scary. Okay. Well, let's take a look at what we've got. So, again, it'd be nice to get the kill with the general if we could on this guy. I don't mind rotating that way now. Can anybody else get to where we are? I don't think so. So we'll move the general up, and we'll see if we can just get the kill with our longsword here. Excellent. Again, we just want to keep getting him experience if we can. Now, meanwhile, up here, you know what? Delphidor can just go up that way and cut off the river crossing. We'll put our mage here as well, just to... Oh, you know what? We don't want to do that, because this guy is able to make landfall, so we want to stop that. Now, this Lancer is going to be able to deliver some absolutely devastating damage. Potentially able to one-shot our units, which is not what we want. So you know what? I'm even going to go maybe here just to stop him. If he kills one of my champions, that's not ideal, but I can't afford to lose a healer or my mage. So we'll do that to protect them a little bit. Now, over here, I think what we're going to do... Oh, we're going to have to fight this bowman regardless, but what we're going to do is we're going to go for the kill with our bow. Perfect, okay. Now, up here... let's see, we probably want to retreat back a little bit, I think. You know what, with the highwayman, let's back up. And then we can go here, like this. And what we'll do is we will use a combination of attacks here. We'll use our longbowman. Or our longbow shot, I should say. And then Lasar can get the finish here with her sword. Very good. And then we'll park in behind with our druid for the healing. Okay. I think this is probably as good as it's going to get for us, to be honest. Boy, I hope this guy doesn't get sniped by this Lancer. That would be pretty sad. I suspect it's probably going to happen, though. Alright, we'll go there. This guy's going to just grab this village since we can. This guy, I guess we can just start heading back over here. Really what's going to happen is we're going to get a couple more kills and this one's going to be over. So let's just hope we don't lose anybody else in the meantime. Oh, no. Okay, Lasar got super lucky there. If she'd have got hit again, we would have lost the game. Oh, and there goes that Marshal. Yep. Well, this was a absolute cluster, you-know-what, this scenario, that's for sure. We lost a lot of our units. I think really what I should have done is rather than trying to get any of these leader kills, I should have just sat back, let them come to me, set up a really good defensive perimeter, and just gone for the 40 kills. Because trying to get these kills has cost me a lot of my units. And, you know, this may end up costing me the final scenario, because now I don't have nearly as many super powerful... Oh, wow, and I almost lost a champion. Thankfully, he leveled up, but... Man, oh man. Yeah, lots of tactical mistakes in this one. And again, I almost lost Lasar, which would have been devastating. Now, can I check my objectives? How many more kills do I need? 5. Okay, I have to get 5 more kills. No one else can get to me in the water except for this guy. My general is starting to be a little worse for wear, so I should probably deal with that. Let's get in there and hit this guy with some battle axe swings. Okay. Fortunately, we can't quite make it in there. You know what? We can go up for the healing, though. That's not going to really stop him progressing at all. Shoot, you know, if I could cut this guy off, I'd feel better about my general being there, but... Because what I want to do is get the kill on this guy, but then I'm a little worried about some bow attacks causing me trouble. Potentially killing this general. You know what? I'm going to risk it, though. Let's go for the longsword kill. There we go. Okay. Meanwhile, down here... Alright, let's hit him with some bow attacks. Excellent. There's a good kill. And then... Now, this champion is blocking the water over here, I think. What if we go this way? What happens? Okay, nothing. That's fine. So we can go down here and fight this knight with some bow attacks. Soften him up a bit. Very good. Highwayman is almost back to full health, which is really good. And Delphador is still cutting off the water up top. Okay, that's going to about do it for that section. All right, so we can move up and actually try to kill this horseman. So why don't we do that? Let's go in back here with our sharpshooter. We'll go for some longbow attacks. Shoot, I was actually hoping that wouldn't lead to the kill, but that's fine. We'll go back like this. Don't think she's in range. No, we're fine. All right. Yeah, and these units can just kind of roll up to try to... Not that they're going to be of any real help at this point, but... There we go. Kalins can get into the woods at least for some protection. Yeah, boy, I made a lot of mistakes in this one. Okay, so we're pretty much one turn away here from finishing it off. We just have to get 2 more kills, if I'm not mistaken. So what we can probably do is use Delphador to kill the guy in the water as he's getting beat up. And then we just got to find 1 more unit to kill. Maybe this knight. Yeah, probably the knight, I think, is who we'll go for. Might even be able to use our dwarven unit to perhaps get him to evolve, which would be very helpful. Alright, so let's try that first. So the knight has 12 health, so how much do we have to hit him for? Oh, we have to hit him twice. Alright, well, let's try it. 1 more. Yes! Excellent, there we go. We've now got a dwarvish sentinel. Very, very cool. So that's excellent. We've got now another level 3 dwarven unit. And then we should be able to just get the kill here, and that should finish things off. You know what? Let's see if we can do it with our general instead. Just for the experience gain. We are routing their forces. Let's see if the clan has had enough. Their help in guarding our flanks will be invaluable. Stop. I cannot believe this. You have defeated us. Indeed, you are worthy. Worthy even to claim the throne. The clans will help you. We will fight with you against the queen. So you admit defeat. You will serve me in fighting the evil queen? We will serve you, my lord. You will make a worthy king. The mighty riders of the eastern plains, the knights of the clans, are now yours to command. I think you are mistaken. You will help me be queen. Who then is your leader? Whom do we serve? You will serve us. You will protect our flanks while we make way straight for the queen. With you on either flank, we will surely overcome her. Delphador, don't you think it is time we settled this? Yes, it is time. It is time for the truth to be told. I had hoped to take this secret to my grave, but it isn't to be. You elves live too long, and though I have tried hard to understand, your wisdom is foreign to me. Secret? What secret, Delphador? What are you talking about? We should not speak of it now. Instead, come with me, Konrad and Lassar, to the top of Mount Elnar, to look at Weldon, to make plans for the battle, and to talk. All right, well, victory. So, boy, this one was pretty rough. And again, I think I misinterpreted what killing the enemy leaders would do, because it sounds like they are actually still going to help us, even though we didn't vanquish the enemy leaders. Just the fact that we killed enough of their units, they're going to help us anyway. So maybe I, again, tactically, kind of bungled this one. But overall, I mean, we still finished with pretty good amount of time here. Total bonus gold that we're going to have for the next scenario is 533, which is pretty good. Now, let's take a look, because this is just painful to look at. But Our losses here, oh, a Marshal, a Grand Knight, and 2 Griffin Masters. These are all like max level units. The Marshal was the one that was the stupidest of me to lose, I think. So really, that was not great. Thankfully, though, we at least had 2 advancements. So we now have a General and a Dwarvish Sentinel, which, hey, it's not enough to make up for our losses, but it's better than nothing. So overall, I'm going to take it. Again, not what I was hoping for, but we got through it. We got it done. And we're getting really close, I think, to the last scenario, or at least very close to the end. So why don't we just save it right here? Call this one completed. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.